Hi, I'm Penelope Jane Jones, writer and creativity coach, and welcome. Thank you for joining me here today, and I'm so glad to spend this time with you. What we'll be doing today is the first module in our course, Unleashing Your Wildly Creative Self. The first thing we're going to look at is really deep diving into facing fears, resistance, and blocks. Really examining what is stopping you from being the type of creative you want to be and having the amount of creativity and creative freedom that you want in your life. It's going to take roughly about an hour, and we're going to be using a mixture of guided meditations and cognitive practices. So today there'll be two different guided meditations, one about cleansing and the second one later on, really deep diving into understanding the main block that is stopping you from creating or stopping you from being the type of creative you want to be. There's quite a few cognitive practices, so you will need to have some stationery, some pens, paper, texters, crayons, whatever type of stationery is your favorite. And we'll be really looking at your thoughts, behaviors, and emotions to really understand what's showing up for you around creativity. After we understand the top of the triangle of your iceberg, then we're going to look further below that into your beliefs and really look at if there's any negative core beliefs that are really driving your emotions, thoughts, and behaviors and stopping you from being creative. Once we understand that, then we can melt the iceberg and be creative. So that's what we're going to do today. So the first thing is a guided meditation, a cleansing meditation to make sure that you're really present and here today. So the things that you'll need is firstly a room of your own. Like Virginia Woolf said, we all need some space to create and have for our own creative journey. So make sure you've got some space that you'll be undisturbed. Secondly, make sure that your phone is off, that your work emails won't come through. If you've got any pets, children, partners, family members, friends around, just let them know that you're going to spend the next hour really deeply journeying into yourself and that you need some sacred time and ask not to be disturbed. All right, now that we know what you need, take a moment now and press pause if you need to get yourself organised with stationery or with your friends and family. Otherwise, we can start with the cleansing meditation. So the first thing I'd like to invite you to do is get comfortable and cozy. So if you need a beautiful warm blanket wrapped around you, if you want to lie down or sit upright, if you want to turn down the lights or put on the heater or put on the air conditioning, whatever's going to make you feel calm, collected, safe and secure. So just wriggle in, get comfortable, and when you feel comfortable, I'd like to invite you to close your eyes softly down. With this cleansing ritual, we're going to be breathing in through our nose, collecting any stress, tension or worry, and then with the out breath, we're going to breathe it out of our mouth. Ha. You can use the ha sound, ha, H-A, to help with releasing any of that stress, tension, worry, negativity with that out breath. So you can make sound. Now, if you do have a sinus condition or flu or cold symptoms and you can't breathe in through your nose, then you can definitely breathe in and out of your mouth. That's totally fine too. All right, so perfect. So I'm going to invite you to take your first in-breath now, breathing in any stress, tension or worries, breathing it in through your nose and then out through the mouth. Take a second cleansing breath in, breathing in and collecting any stress, tension and worry that might be stored in your body, breathing it in. And then with the out breath, letting it all go, giving it 100% permission to leave your body now. I'd like you to take another third cleansing, soft, slow breath in, breathing in any tension, any worry, any stress of the day. And then with the out breath, release it, breathing it out. Good. And I'd invite you now to continue to breathe softly and slowly in through your nose and out through your mouth, if that feels good and right for you, for the whole of this cleansing meditation. Now I'd like you to bring all of your attention, all of your focus to your face, to your eyes, your pupils, your eyelids and eyebrows. Scan this area for any stress, tension or worry. Breathe it in through the in-breath and release it with the out-breath. Now bring your attention to your forehead, temple, cheeks and cheekbones. Scan for any tension, breathe it in, and then release it with the out-breath. Now bring your attention to your nose, lips, teeth and tongue. Bring your attention to your jaw and chin, to this whole lower part of your face. Scan for any tension, any stress, anything you've been clenching onto, holding onto. Breathe it in with your in-breath and out with your out-breath. Now bring your attention to the back of your head, your scalp, your hair follicles and your hair. Scan for any tension, any worry, any stress. Breathe it in with your in-breath and then let it go with your out-breath. Feeling your whole head now soften and relax. Now bring your attention inward, into your brain. Scan for any tension, any stress, and then take a cleansing breath in. And then let it go with the out-breath. Great. Now come down to your throat and your neck. Your throat is the area of verbal expression. Scan this area for any unexpressed words or sounds. Anything you've been holding on to in this area that it's now time to release. Breathe it in through your in-breath, and if you need to make some sound on the out-breath, feel free now to let it all go through. Good. Take another cleansing breath in. And again, if you need sound, express yourself now. Now bring your attention down to your shoulders. This is a place where we shoulder our responsibilities. Scan for anything that you've been holding on to here. Any heavy responsibilities or burdens. See if there's anything you can release or let go of in this area. Take a cleansing breath in and then release it with the out-breath. Great. Take another cleansing breath into your shoulder area and then let it go with the out-breath. Now bring your attention down to your arms, to your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, wrists, back of your hands, palms, fingers and thumbs. Scan for any stress, tension or worry, any anxiety, anything you've been holding on to or grasping towards. Scan, and then when you get a sense of what you're ready to release, breathe it in through your in-breath and then release it with the out-breath. Now bring your attention to your chest. This is your heart area, your lungs, your diaphragm. Scan this area. Because of your heart, this can be an area of old emotional wounds, hurt, and pain. Scan this area and see if there's anything that you're ready to let go of that you've been holding on to in your heart space. Take a cleansing breath into your heart and then let it go with the out breath. Take another cleansing breath in and then let it go with your out breath. Now move down and bring your attention to your digestive area. All your organs in this area, like your colon, small intestine, large intestine, your liver, bladder, kidneys. Scan this whole area now. Scan for anything that you've had difficulty digesting or assimilating or eliminating. Scan this area and then breathe in any stress, tension, stagnant energy, humiliation, hurt, insecurities. Breathe it in through the in-breath and then let it all go. Give it 100% permission to leave your body now with your out-breath. Take another cleansing breath in and then let it all go with your out-breath now. Good. Now move your attention to the back of your body, the back of your shoulders, your mid-back, lower back, and the whole length of your spine. Scan for any stress, tension, or worries. Take a cleansing in-breath, collecting it all, and then let it go with the out-breath. Now, in your back area, you might be carrying any feelings of not being supported, having people stab you in the back, any feelings of nightmare or terror. This is a place that fear can reside quite strongly. So really scan your back and your spine and ask what is ready to be released. What can you let go of in this area? And take one more cleansing breath into this area and then let it all go with your out breath. Great. Now bring your attention to your buttocks, your hips and pelvis. This can be an area of emotional pain or mental pain. Breathe in whatever you find in this area. Breathe it in the in-breath and then let it all go on the out-breath. Great. Now move your attention down to your legs, your calves, your thighs, your knees, your shin, your ankles, the top of your feet, the bottom of your feet, and your toes. This can be an area of disconnection. You might not feel connected to your community or your family or friends. You might not be connected to the world at large. You might feel ungrounded, uncentered. Have a sense of what is happening in this leg area. Ask what is ready to be released, and then take a cleansing breath in and then release it with the out breath, letting it all go. 100% now, let it all go with the out breath. Your legs are feeling soft and relaxed now. And now I invite you to scan your whole body. Scan for anything that is asking to be released, that's ready to be let go of. Collect it with the in-breath and then release it with the out-breath. Feel the softness and the relaxation in your body now. Connect to this sense of mindfully being aware of your body. And enjoy this feeling now. Now it's nearly the end of our cleansing meditation. I'd like you to keep your eyes closed, but bring your attention back to your body and the room which you sit or lie in. Start to wriggle your feet and toes. Start to wrinkle your fingers and hands, just slowly and gently bringing back movement. Now start to move your lower legs, move your hips, move your arms and hands. You might want to do some shoulder shrugs or roll your shoulders forward or back. Now you might want to move your chin from side to side, bringing some movement into your neck if that feels good and right for you. Or you might want to do some head rolls. Just gently bringing some movement back if that feels good on your neck and shoulders. Move your whole body, stretch it as feels right for you. Move it as feels right for you. I'd like to say thank you for taking the time to do this cleansing meditation with me. When you feel ready and right, softly open your eyes. Welcome back. I hope you feel a difference in your body, a softening, a greater sense of relaxation, and a deep sense of connection with yourself. That's the number one thing that we need for creativity. Next, we're going to move on to some cognitive practices. We're going to start deeply diving into our emotions, thoughts, and behaviors around creativity and look at what's going on for us, what's working and what's not working, what's holding us back, what's blocking us from creativity and living the type of creative lives we all dream of living. So you're going to need some stationery, some papers, pens, texters. So if you'd like to press pause now, feel free. If you'd like a glass of water after that meditation, now is the time. Otherwise, let's move on to step 1 of the cognitive practices in facing our fears, resistance, and overcoming our blocks. The first step in our cognitive practices is identifying and labeling our emotional experience. So I'd like you to spend 3 minutes writing down how you feel about yourself, your creativity, and your creative project. So with this, it's really important that this space is not about analysing yourself or judging or criticising yourself. It's not about being rational or logical right now. I really invite you to put yourself in the victim's point of view. Really allow yourself to reconnect with everything that you feel about your creative journey so far. Whatever you've experienced, I'm sure there's been some rejection and failure, some hard emotions to process. We all experience that through our creative journey. So this time is the time to acknowledge it. It's the time to really write down and express every emotion that you've experienced in pursuing your dreams. So, I just want you to think about how you feel about your creativity, about yourself, and your creative project currently. If you don't have a current project, then don't worry about that one. You might talk about a previous creative project or the creative project that you want to do but you haven't started, or you can just focus on how you feel about yourself and creativity in general. So just take the next 3 minutes to really express yourself. If you need longer, then press pause. I'm going to put on some calming music in the background. You can mute that if you don't really like the music, or if you don't like music at all and just want some space and silence. That's absolutely fine. This is time for you. This is your sacred time. So enjoy writing down your emotions. Take the time to really get real, really be authentic, be vulnerable, let down your guard, and express how you're feeling and how you have felt about yourself, about your creative dreams, about your creativity, and about your current creative project. I'll see you in 3 minutes. Thank you for taking the last 3 minutes to express how you feel about yourself, your creativity, about your creative dreams, and about your current creative project or previous creative projects. I really appreciate the courage that it takes to be vulnerable and to re-feel hard and difficult emotions. It's really important to get clear about your emotional state and to know what emotional triggers happen for you and how you have felt about your creativity. That's why it's step 1 in our cognitive processes. Step 2, we're going to move into our thoughts. Now, this includes our judgments about ourselves, so how we've judged ourselves while being creative. It talks about our self-criticisms. It talks about how we degrade ourselves or diminish ourselves creatively. or about our creative projects, about our creative dreams, our goals, whether we've achieved them or not. It also talks about what expectations we hold about ourselves. So where did you want to be? What goals and dreams have you had? And how do you hold expectations around that? Good, bad, or ugly? And the last thing is, how do you judge yourself as less than perfect? What unrelenting standards do you have about yourself? I want to pose these questions for you just to trigger this question about what thoughts you have about yourself, your creative dreams, your creativity, your current creative project. Really start to label down and identify what are your thoughts about yourself. So I'm going to give you 3 minutes now just to get honest, real, and vulnerable. This is going to help you later on. But right now, I just want you to be really honest with yourself. So take the 3 minutes. If you need longer, press pause and just label down any judgments, any criticism, any holding expectations, any ways that you saw yourself as less than perfect. Just get it all down on paper. Get it out. All right, and I'll see you in 3 minutes. Thank you for taking the last 3 minutes to write down all your thoughts, judgments, criticisms, holding yourself as less than perfect, holding expectations. I really appreciate it. Again, it's really hard sometimes to own up to the negative thoughts that we have about ourselves and how we degrade ourselves and are unkind to ourselves in our thoughts. It's a really courageous thing that you've just done. So well done in spending 3 minutes or longer in really analysing the thoughts that you have towards yourself. Next, we're going to move on and look at our behaviours. Now, this is two ways that we look at it. So I'd like you to look at how you procrastinate from your creative project. So what are the behaviours that stop you from being creative? For me, there's many ways I can procrastinate, from calling a friend to making a spontaneous decision to go and watch the movies or watch TV, or suddenly I need to clean the house or do 4 loads of washing. There's many ways that I can procrastinate and not honour my creative commitments. The second area I'd like you to look at is when you're feeling creatively blocked or resistant, when the well of inspiration has dried up. Is there any behaviours that you do to help numb the disappointment when you're not being creative? So by that, I've experienced that I can use what we term unhealthy behaviours or addictive behaviours to prevent myself from being creative or to self-soothe when I'm not being creative. So in terms of that, I have definitely had a food addiction. And so when I'm feeling creatively down on myself and creatively blocked, an easy go-to to help numb those feelings around being creatively blocked is to eat some chocolate, get some takeaway, have a milkshake, anything, donuts, oh my goodness. Anything to do with food is definitely a place of joy for me to self-soothe when I'm not being creative. It makes me feel better about myself. A lot of other people have different ways of numbing the disappointment and shame that comes from being creatively blocked, or the negative feelings, whatever your negative feelings are that you experience when you're creatively blocked. And so addictive behaviours or unhealthy behaviours, they can be alcohol, social media, gambling, food obviously, sex, computer games, any of those sort of addictive behaviours that really numb your emotions. So we want to identify that so later we've got that awareness and we can have new habits of behaviour to support our new creative freedom. So I'm going to give you another 3 minutes. So again, think about how you procrastinate, what behaviours you do to not be creative, and then also when you're feeling creatively blocked and you're in that shame spiral of being creatively blocked and feeling frustrated and feeling down on yourself, what behaviours do you do to numb those emotions and to self-soothe? So they're the 2 areas we're going to look at now. So take 3 minutes just to really start thinking about behaviours connected to your creative writing. If you need longer, press pause. Otherwise, I'll see you in 3 minutes. Thank you for taking the last 3 minutes to look at your behaviours, both around how you procrastinate and stop yourself from being creative, and secondly, when you're creatively blocked or frustrated, how do you self-soothe or how do you numb the emotions that come from when you're feeling creatively blocked and frustrated. I know that's difficult. It's normally something that people don't really examine in depth, but it's really helpful and really important. As I said at the beginning of this module, your emotions, thoughts, and behaviors form the top third of the iceberg. Now, this iceberg is the creative block overall. But what is driving those three things beneath the top 1/3 of that triangle is your negative core beliefs. This is the next thing that we're going to examine. So in terms of negative core beliefs, what I mean, they're all the ways and negative, harmful beliefs that we may believe about ourselves. Negative beliefs are the things that we believe about ourselves that are untrue and harmful to ourselves. So for example, it could be, I'm not worthy. I am not good enough to be an artist or creative. I am alone and unsupported in my creative pursuits. No one believes in my creative dreams. I am not special or unique enough or smart enough to be a creative or artist. These negative core beliefs are what drive our emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. If we can change our core beliefs, then we can change our emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. If we don't change our core beliefs, then you'll find your emotions, thoughts, and behaviors will be unhealthy and unsupportive, and you'll end up returning time and time again to being creatively blocked and frustrated. And that's what we're changing. We're changing the whole paradigm so that you can have creative freedom and creative joy every day. All right. So in terms of identifying your negative core beliefs, most of us have many. So it's fine if when I was giving you some examples, it's totally fine if everything I said you identified with. I've identified with all of the things, all of the examples that I've given at some point in time. So we're going to do another guided meditation now. And that's going to be to really help you experience your core beliefs on an unconscious and deep level. And we're going to transform that in our guided meditation. So again, I invite you to put your stationery aside for the moment and move into a comfortable, cozy position. Again, if you'd like to wrap a blanket around you, if you want to sit up or lie down, feel free. If you want to put on some heating or some air conditioning, if you want some water, do whatever you need to do to be comfortable and cozy now. Now that you're comfortable and cozy, I'd like to invite you to close down your eyes if that feels good and right for you. With this breathing, we're going to be breathing in and out through our nose this time. If you have a sinus condition or a cold or flu symptoms and you can't breathe in and out of your nose, then feel free to breathe in and out of your mouth if that feels better for you. Now, we're going to start with some box breathing. So that's in for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, out for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, and then in again for a count of 4, repetitively. And that's just going to slow down our breathing at the beginning. So let's get started. I'd invite you to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. And continue slow, steady breathing on your own now. Now we're going to start with a full body scan, starting off at the top of our head and allowing our senses to scan down our head and face, down our neck and throat, down our shoulders, our arms, down the front of our body and the back of our body, down through our hips and pelvis area, down our legs, knees, calves, ankles and feet. Now as we scan and return back up to our head, we're going to scan our whole body, looking for where the negative core belief that is stopping you from being creative today is stored. This is the number one negative core belief that you need to meet, be introduced to understand and become aware so that we can transform today. So bring your attention from the bottom of your feet, your toes, top of your feet, ankles, up your calves and shin, up your knees, up your thighs, buttocks, pelvis, up through your stomach, up through your chest, up through the back of your body, up through your shoulders, down through your arms, up through your neck, throat, into your face and head. And just scan your body until you find where this negative core belief is being stored in your body. It might feel like a cold spot or a hot spot. You might zone in straight away. You might get a word. You might be told where it is in your body. You might taste it. You might smell it. You might just sense it. But trust yourself. Trust that you have all the answers you need. So locate this negative core belief in your body now. Now that you've done that, we're going to really focus in on that area. Really start to get a sense of how it feels, how it is being shown to you. Again, it might be a visual that you're receiving. It could be a person, a situation, a word. It could be a symbol. It could be a sense, a feeling, a touch, a taste, a smell. It could show up in a variety of different ways. And however it shows up for you, know that it's correct and true. Now, often it's connected to a memory or an experience or a situation. So ask when it was formed and how this negative core belief was formed. So when and how. And I'll just give you 30 seconds just to start talking and communicating to this negative core belief. Know that you're safe and secure. Know that your body loves you, and this negative core belief is a safe belief to be talking to. No harm will be done to you. You are 100% safe and protected as you communicate with this negative core belief. Good. Now that you have a good sense of when and how it was formed, we'd like to make sure it's labelled. Make sure you've got a name or an identification to it. Ask to really understand the why, what it is, and why it was formed. Really start asking questions. Really start to unravel it, unknot it, dive deeply into it. Really take the time now to understand this negative core belief. I'll give you another 30 seconds to continue to communicate and to understand why and what it is. The next question I'd like you to ask this negative core belief is, how is it connected to your creativity? How is this negative core belief blocking your creativity, stopping you from being creative? What is the relationship? How is it connected? Keep talking to it. Keep trying to understand it. Be curious, be open to its answers. Get to know this negative core belief deeply and intimately. You are safe and protected. Good. Now, this negative core belief does have a gift for you. It can be transformed. It can be turned into a positive core belief. So ask it what it needs to move from a negative core belief to a positive core belief. Ask what you need to do for it. How can you heal it? How can you transform it? How can you dissolve the negativity and move it back into being a loving, positive, healthy core belief? So I'll give you some time here just to really allow this transformation to occur. Feel the change occurring as you give it what it needs to move to a positive, healthy, new core belief. Great work. Feel the change. Feel the transformation occurring right now in your body. Feel the negativity dissolving, softening, changing. Now know that this can be a lasting change. Really allow the magic of transformation to occur here, right now in your body, knowing that this negative core belief is turning into a positive, healthy core belief that supports you. Feel the love. Let it flow between you and this positive new core belief. Feel its support. Feel its love for you. Feel it be your cheerleader, wanting you to succeed. Feel its energy, pumped up and ready to help you now. And send it some gratitude and love in return. Connect with it. Send it love, send it appreciation, send it blessings. Thank it for helping you and supporting you now and in the future. I'm going to give you another 10 seconds now just to say anything else that you need to say to this positive core belief in this part of your body. Wonderful. Now I'd like you to bring all of your attention and focus now up to your heart. And I want you to feel all the love within your heart for yourself, all the support, all the guidance, all the truth and knowledge. Feel your heart area expanding and growing in love. Feel this love like a warm sun. Feel the rays expanding out of your heart into your chest, warming your chest area. Feel this sunlight move up into your throat and neck area, warming your throat and neck with this beautiful rays of love. Feel this self-love growing and rising into your face, into your jaw and chin, into your teeth, lips and tongue, into your cheekbones, into your temples, into your nose. Feel it rising and expanding up into your eyes, your eyebrows, your eyelids, up into your forehead, your temples, into your scalp, your hair follicles, your hair. Feel your whole head, neck, shoulders and chest glowing with self-love. Feel the radiance, feel the beauty. Feel it expand down your arms, down your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, the palms of your hands, the back of your hands, your fingers and thumbs. Feel the tingling of this bright sunshine and sunlight expanding in the top half of your body. Now feel the sunlight streaming down into your digestive area, through your diaphragm and solar plexus, into your digestive area, your hips and pelvis. Feel it float and flow down the back of your body, your spine, the upper back, mid back, lower back, buttocks. Feel this self-love expand and grow as it moves down your calves, your knees, your thighs, your shins, your ankles, top of your feet, bottom of your feet, toes. Feel love expand in every cell. Feel it growing. Feel the sunshine radiate and saturate every cell, every vein, every artery, every organ, every muscle, every tissue, every bone. Feel it saturate your whole body. Feel the love flowing. You are loved and supported. Your creativity is loved and supported. Your creative dreams are loved and supported. Feel those words travel through your body. Know that they're true because you support you. You love you. You will achieve your creative dreams. Now that you're flushed with love, it's time to nearly finish the meditation. So keep your eyes closed, but bring your attention back into your body, back into this room, and then start to wriggle your toes and your fingers. Start to move your feet and hands. You do little circles or wriggles, and then move your legs, move your hands, move your arms. You can do some shoulder shrugs, some shoulder rolls. If it feels good for your neck, you can move your neck in circles or chin side to side. Just stretch your body however you need to, however your body desires to be stretched. feel the lightness, feel the love and the joy, feel the support that your body and your heart have for you. And then whenever it feels good and right for you, slowly and softly blink open your eyes and welcome back. I hope that you felt an alchemical transformation of moving your negative core belief into your positive core belief. I hope you can feel that positive core belief supporting you and helping you to succeed. I love that meditation and I do it often. Anytime I really want to dig into core beliefs and transform something. So feel free to use this meditation as many times as you want. As I said earlier, often we have quite a few negative core beliefs that we've got to transform. And the best thing about pursuing creativity is that you do get to transform yourself from the inside out. It is a gift that creativity gives us. So this meditation I'm going to be putting separately on YouTube so that you can watch it as many times as you need. Now, as I said, let's move on to the cognitive practice. So first of all, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to write down a little bit about your experience today, about your negative core belief. Write down what it was, when it happened, how it happened, why it happened, how it was blocking you from creativity. So I want you to spend a minute just on that. And then I'd like you to spend another minute on talking about how you transformed it into a positive core belief. What is the new positive core belief? Label it, identify it, and give it some appreciation. Tell yourself why it's really important to believe this. One of the things that people find when they're doing meditations is sometimes that when you move a feeling or a memory, sometimes it reverses and it does in a month's time or a couple of months' time, it goes back to negativity. So what we're going to be doing now is ensuring that this new positive core belief stays positive and stays with you for the rest of your lifetime. That you never have to do any work again on this core belief, that it stays positive and it stays healthy for you and it stays supporting you. That's what we want. So take a moment now, we'll take 2 minutes, firstly to write about the negative core belief and then the positive core belief you now have. Okay, I'm going to put on some cool music to keep you company and I'll see you in 2 minutes. Thank you for taking the last 2 minutes to write down about your negative core belief and your experience in the guided meditation and your new positive core belief. It's fantastic what you've done. Now, as I said earlier, we're going to embed this change. We're going to embed this positive new core belief by really making sure our emotions, thoughts, and behaviors reflect it. So I'm going to ask you to take a piece of paper and write 3 columns. In the first column, it's going to be your emotions. So what are the new positive, healthy emotions that you need to feel to support this positive new core belief? In the second column, you're going to identify what new thoughts, what new mantras or affirmations you need to support the positive new core belief. And thirdly, you're going to look at your behaviors. What are the behaviors that you need to support your new core positive self-belief? Now, basically this section, you can think of it as a reframing time. So I want you to think back from steps 1, 2, and 3 when you talked about the negative emotions that you were feeling, the negative thoughts that you were thinking, the judgments, the criticism, how you saw yourself as less than perfect, how you diminished yourself or degraded yourself or your artwork or your creativity or your creative projects, and also how you procrastinated and what behaviors you numbed yourself with when you were feeling blocked or frustrated. I want you to use all that fuel and basically reframe it to positive, healthy, new emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. So for example, if I identified that I was feeling really alone and really unsupported in my creative journey right now, that's the main emotions I was feeling. In column 1, I would write, I am supported. I am creating a community around me to support my artwork and my creative writing, or whatever your creative pursuit is. In my thoughts, I might be thinking at the moment, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm never going to achieve my creative dreams, I'm never going to be successful. Then my new thoughts, mantras, or affirmations might be, I am good enough. I accept myself. I love myself. I am worthy. I allow myself to achieve my creative dreams. I am on the right track to achieve my dreams. I support myself. And lastly, with behaviors, I've already shared my addiction to sweet things earlier. So then what I might write down is some healthy new behaviors. So knowing that that's an unhealthy behavior that I have when I'm creatively blocked, then a new creative behavior might be I eat carrots and apples when I'm, to ensure my creativity is at a maximum. Or in the ways that I procrastinate, I might turn around. So if one of the ways I procrastinate is watching reality TV show, then I might say, I'm not watching reality TV shows until my creative project is done. Or if it's alcohol, I am not going to drink alcohol until my creative project is done. Or I'm only going to drink after I've reached my creative goals. So it's just really looking at what behaviors that you can use as healthy behaviors to reward yourself and reinforce your creativity and the type of creativity that you want to have. All right, so I'm going to give you 3 minutes. So think about it as a minute for your emotions, how you want to be feeling, your emotional goals, and how you're going to support yourself emotionally. Think of it as a 2nd minute for your thoughts. What are your new thoughts, mantras, and affirmations? And then in the 3rd, what are the behaviors? What are you going to do to support yourself in a behavioral sense? All right, so enjoy the next 3 minutes as you really plan your strategy and tactics for success, to really embed this positive new core belief, to really allow yourself to have the type of creative freedom that you want to have the type of creative productivity that you want to have, and to achieve your creative dreams. All right, so this is the really important stuff. So what emotions, thoughts, and behaviours do you need for success? Enjoy the next 3 minutes and I'll see you soon. Thank you for writing down your emotions, thoughts, and behaviours that are going to support your new core belief and yourself. These are going to be the things that ensure your success and that this positive core belief stays positive. Now, the last part of today's module is writing yourself a love letter. And I invite you to write the most beautiful love letter of your life. Think of it as giving yourself all the words that you've always longed to hear from others. So if you have felt like you haven't had enough support or you've been quite alone in your creative journey, then it's time to really allow yourself to support yourself, to really love yourself, to really give yourself permission to pursue your creative dreams and journey. So the type of love letter I'm talking about, if I was writing it to myself, I would say, "Hi Penelope, I love and support you. I want you to be successful as a creative. I want you to have joy and freedom every day. I believe in you. I believe in your dreams. I've got your back. We're in it together." This is the type of love letter I'm referring to. I'm going to give you another 3 minutes because this is really important. It's an act of self-care, self-love, and positively reinforcing the whole experience and the whole module today. So really get vulnerable, get loving, get real, and give yourself the most beautiful love letter of your life. Enjoy the next 3 minutes, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for writing yourself the most beautiful love letter. I hope you enjoyed that part of this process. It is my favorite part, and I think that we all need to love ourselves more. Now, that brings us to our home joy. So this week, until the next module, what I'd like you to really focus on is really watching yourself and your creativity. I want you to look for triggers when you're feeling negative, when you're deriding yourself, criticizing yourself, putting yourself down, and sending yourself on a shame spiral. What I want you to do, if you start to notice that there's negativity occurring or fears, blocks, resistance is starting to pop up around your creativity, this is when you engage your tactics of your emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. Replace whatever negative emotions, thoughts, and behaviors are going on with the new ones that you've created today. If you end up in the shame spiral and quite down, then feel free to do this whole module again. Or you can just do the negative core belief meditation, whatever you're drawn to, whatever you feel like you need. This whole module is for you. So do what you need. Do you? So really, the home joy is taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, allowing yourself to have a positive experience around your creativity, allowing yourself to support yourself. And that's why we call it home joy and not homework. So I really invite you to journal every day. It could be at the end of the day where you recap about your creativity. And even if you work full time and you don't allocate time every day to be creative, by journaling, you're going to be inviting more creativity into your life. So even if you're journaling that I wish I got time to be creative, you might actually find by writing it down that you start to make more time to be creative. You might say, well, I'm going to get up 30 minutes earlier to spend writing in the morning, or knitting, or sculpting, or painting, or whatever is your creative pursuit. So I really invite you to spend 5 or 10 minutes every day just really journaling and owning up to your creative experience in that day. By reflecting on it and being aware of it, it's the first step to change. So I hope you've had an amazing time today. I hope you feel lighter and empowered, and I can't wait to hear about your story. So please reach out to me on Instagram at Penelope Jane Jones, my website, or my YouTube channel. Connect with me and let me know what you experienced today. What was your transformation? I also really want to know what you want more of. What questions do you have? What resources are you looking for? I'm here to serve you and help you and guide you through your creative journey. So let me know what you need to learn and I will supply it for you. All right, well, until I see you next time in next week's module, please be kind to yourself in thoughts, words, and deeds. And until I see you next, namaste.